right, I hear the bees heavily behind this wall right here. Pretty much this whole area right here, I hear the bees heavily. And it's funny, there's a bee in the toilet already, and I'm not sure what vent or whatever it came out of. I guess it could be in, who knows if it's through the light fixture. Hopefully they're not up here too. But anyway, I'm going to start cutting in that wall, and yeah, let's see what happens. Hopefully they're not too expansive. I don't really hear them behind that wall too much, I don't think. So hopefully they're not over there. But I guarantee you the lion's share of them are right there. This is what I have opened up so far. And I'm not sure exactly how expansive it is. I'm sure it goes up more. Not sure how much to the left, but that looks like relatively new comb on the left, and it looks like older comb right there. So hopefully I'll just take a peek on the other side of this. I'll maybe drill a hole. Plus I don't want to be drilling around electricity or sawing. So anyway, I'll cut some of the comb out of here and see how far it goes up before I start sawing up more. But hopefully this is like the majority of the colony right here. So I'm outside, and I'm putting my hive outside that has comb I've cut out of the hive, inside the house. And look at all these bees gathered outside. So I'm gonna repel them off this wall, and then they'll really have no choice but to go into my box, and then I'm gonna go inside and continue cutting comb out. Take a look at what's going on in here right now. I've got all this comb cut out, and I put my hive outside like I said, and I'm keeping this window open so bees can get out of here. I'm trying to control this situation as much as possible, keep it clean while I'm working. So I cut a little bit more, and I'm gonna get my multi-tool and cut the rest of that and pull the upper portion down. And hopefully this is the extent of the comb. Okay. I've cut all the way up to the next stud, horizontal stud, whatever you call it, and hopefully this is the extent of it. So I'm gonna have to cut all, that's all honey right there, by the way. It's gonna be real messy cutting that out, but I'm gonna go take a break and continue. All right, time to get the bees out of the vacuum and put them in my hive. I put repellent, natural repellent against all of that and inside, so they don't really want to land there. They're gonna have no choice but to be loyal to my hive. And I haven't seen the queen, but this is a pretty big needle in the haystack removal. And I know I could have looked for her in the vacuum cleaner, but it's a little bit warm today, so I just need to get them in there. I'm sure if she was in that vacuum, she probably ran into the hive anyway, so. All right. So they're gonna have to settle in to my hive over the next day or so. And I'm gonna have to come pick them up either tonight or tomorrow evening. So yeah, look at all that. I'm gonna try to go inside and seal where they're getting into the bathroom. But they'll figure it out. They'll get the memo. I know it looks like chaos right now, but they really have no choice but to move into my box. Alright. Drilled another hole and sprayed repellent in there, and there's bees coming out, so I may have to saw that open. And I have to be sure and, dodge the electrical by not drilling, sawing in too deep, So I need to see what's behind there. Alright, I had to cut a little hole in here just to make sure there was no comb and whatever else, and see, there's not enough bees in here to even matter. There was just a few stragglers that, went through these openings. But it's dead bees and just a few stragglers. Not enough to cut this, not enough to justify cutting this wall open, that's for sure. So that's what's behind that left side. I had to make sure. So I didn't want to leave a bunch of comb behind that wall. And I can't confirm right now at this point if there's comb in other adjacent areas, but I have a feeling there's not. So if so, we'll get to it. But this is pretty much all I'm going to do today. And if there's any indication there's bees inside these other walls, like around the corner or right there or on the other side where the kitchen is, then we'll get to it. I sealed up the inside of those crevices, from the inside of the bathroom to where they can't get in. At least those main areas, I stuffed old comb in there really good for now.